Shit look like Ramadan. All our heroes in the bullet been no Comic-Con. Corey let me hold $1,000 Comic-Con. On my mama's son, crisis in my oil cracker. You know that cracking crackers righteous in the toil cracker. That barrel on the stick, license in the spoil cracker. Feel like you staring down a pipe of a manure cracker.
Start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, whose name is Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son. We are the believers of the Report 144. You can find us by that name on IG, and I believe also the email as well at gmail.com, BOR144 on YouTube. We want to bid you a shalom to everyone that's watching, and we are, pushing for our nation to reconnect with the Most High. As the scriptures say, we come to bid you back to the marriage, right? Grab me Acts 5 and verse 29 on down. This is the book of Acts chapter 5 verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. Right. And so one thing that we overlook, as a melanated people, right? Because we want everybody to enter into this covenant. But there's an issue with that because everybody didn't, break the covenant, right? A lot of people were doing what they were supposed to be doing. They were being the heathen as the Most High allowed them to be, right? And so when we look in books like the book of Jeremiah, and if you could grab me that Jeremiah 7, and when we look at that, right, we start to see that there's a narrative that is there that we're overlooking because we're like, all right, New Testament is teaching something different. We're in this new covenant. The old has passed away and it don't matter no more. Well, I got news for you. It does still matter, right? Because it's all a part of the same narrative, right? And actually, before we go there, give me that in Romans about about who the covenants pertain to, because it's important that we know what all this applies to, right? Because a lot of us are we're just trying to throw people onto something that don't belong to them, and it's not in the sense of we're trying to be evil, we're trying to exclude people, right? We're just doing what the scriptures purport, what they actually say. But you got that? This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. Right. And so just like Acts, it teaches that this was given to Israel. And, the brother Paul here is also talking about his brother, right? Who are the Israelites, right? And he knows that these things pertain to them when it comes down to the covenants, the promises and things of that nature, right? But the reason that we need this appeasing is for us breaking this covenant. You got a point? Quick point. It's the book of Galatians. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed, no man disannulleth or addeth thereto. So, just how he was going into, like how a lot of people, they want to make different people a part of the covenant. The scriptures are quite clear from the beginning onto the end of the scriptures, where it speaks about who the covenant is made with. Like even in the book of Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, it speaks about the new covenant. It says that that's made with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Now, we don't see, also there's an addition to Moab and is the Jebusites. Like we don't see like additions to like other people groups, but we see that it's between us and the Most High. And so we can't remove certain peoples from there. Like we can't say, oh, well, you know what, Ephraim, they went off, so they're not in covenant with the Most High God anymore, and it's not going to be for them. We can't say that,
But we also can't say, oh, well, I want to add in some people. I want to add in these different nations because I want them to get a piece of it as well. We can't do that because if it's already been established or confirmed, then that means that the Most High, He's already said it and put it out, and that's what it is. So it's no man that can disannul or add to it. But I yield. I yield on that.
Time. And if you got Jeremiah 7, we can start at the top because that's precisely the point. Like the reason that these appeasings are happening is because there was a breaking of a sort and there was need for a particular man to be found who lived perfectly for the redemption. And you know, Jeremiah mentions that, or is mentioned to Jeremiah, but you can start at the top and I'm gonna have you jump down a little bit. But you got it.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, stand in the gate of Yahweh's house, and proclaim there this word, and say, hear the word of Yahweh, all ye of Judah, that enter in at these gates to worship the Most High. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place.
Right. And so the Most High has given us an opportunity to come back, right? But we got to change. And what was our people not doing? They were not changing.
Right.
Jump down to verse 22.
God. God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 22. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices.
Right. So first thing that's very important about that is like a lot of people think that these ordinances was just some random makeup by the Most High just to like, you know, he just wanted y'all to do this and it was just for no reason, right? Well, he didn't want you to have to do it in the first place. But because our people wanted to go off after they made a commitment, is the reason there was need for the sacrifice, right? And actually, if you continue on down, it'll actually say it.
Continuing on, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
Right. And so that's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to continue in the word that the Most High commanded and live in it, right? So that everything could go well with them. But they didn't, right? They did things and they were going off. Jump to chapter 5 and read verse 3 on down.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 3. O Yahweh, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return.
Right. And so our people didn't want to return back to the Most High. But the Most High continues to set up ways for them, right?
Right.
And it's crazy, right? Because let me see. I believe that's in chapter, what is that? Is it chapter 3? Read chapter 3 at the top, right? Because he's talking about how we turn away, right? And we're not going back to the Most High. We're just kind of doing whatever we want. But he mentions Torah in the beginning of chapter 3 for us to even get the point, right? You got that?
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he not return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, saith Yahweh.
Right. So the Most High is giving you an opportunity to return, even though you went out and played the whore, right? Even though you went out and served Ashtoreth, even though you went down to Baal, right? And in these various chapters, he's giving you an opportunity to turn back. He's like, yo, you don't even get the picture from watching the Northern Kingdom going into many captivities. Like, you just gonna watch that and just say, yo, I'm gonna just continue on to do what I do, right? But in a natural sense, you wouldn't even be able to return to your husband. But I give you such an option to return back to me, the
Right.
Most High God, the creator of the universe. You got any points?
No points.
Right.
On this book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 24. But they hearkened not, nor inclined their ear, but walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearkened not unto me, nor inclined their ear, but hardened their neck. They did worse than their fathers.
Right. And so our people continue to do wicked, and we did more wicked than our fathers did, right? Think about the fact that Moses goes up to speak to the Most High, and the people are down there, worshiping this golden calf.
Yeah.
And we did worse than that.
Right.
Imagine, they were complaining about, the bitter water. Imagine they were complaining about food, and we did worse than that.
Right.
Imagine these people were, let me see another example. They were complaining to Moses about how he was the only one that spoke to the Most High.
Right.
And we did worse than that. And for those people, they were killed on the spot. The earth swallowed them up.
How you doing, brother?
Got a second to hit a word? Got you, brother.
Be safe, brother.
And so we did worse than that. Now, how in your own heart can you say I kind of put God on the back burner, right? And I'm gonna continue to do me, right? We're doing worse today than they did in that time, right? And what's some of the things that they were doing? Jump down to verse 30.
On this book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 30. For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, saith Yahweh. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to pollute it. And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters.
To do what?
To burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I commanded them not, neither came it into my heart.
Right. So it wasn't even a thought for the Most High to have you do those things as it pertains to him or his.
You speak of grafting in like Paul was talking to y'all. Wasn't leaving no cracks, he was wall caulking and all. Seen a Sheetamite, she was dog walking a dog. A dog walking a dog. Pink man turn red, you bring the light out. Us brown stack up green, can't turn the lights out. Black man